This is my unique perspective, I think, as a trans person who's transitioning, but you don't need to be trans to go through a metamorphosis right now. Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Shard. I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about my experience of social distancing, coronavirus, quarantine, whatever you want to call it, while being trans and transitioning. Suffice to say, it's been really difficult. There are some people who talk about reframing the idea of social distancing as cocooning. The term social distancing really sounds to me like the opposite of what it is. This is something that Esther Perel, I think, said. We're physically distancing ourselves from each other, but that doesn't mean that we have to emotionally and socially distance ourselves from each other. Some people have used the term cocooning to talk about the idea of this time as a time for retreat and introspection and contemplation. A time to think about ourselves and make ourselves whole, independent of what people think of us or independent of our commitments to the outside world. Especially for me as a trans person who's currently transitioning physically, that somehow that feels even more resonant and more meaningful to me, because when this started, it was, I think March 9th was like the day that my school went fully remote for the remainder of the winter quarter. And at that time I'd been on T for 5 months and I'd been on a low dose of androgel. By the time that we're out of this thing and I'll be seeing my friends and classmates and family members again, who knows? It might be 9 or 10 months that I've been on T. And so it does feel very much like a metamorphosis. Like I'm sheltering myself away and actually undergoing a whole variety of physical changes, bringing my body more into alignment with the person that I feel I am on the inside. And it's very powerful. Now, the changes seem really subtle on a day-to-day basis. You know, from yesterday to today, you might not be able to tell that my voice is getting lower or that I have more facial hair, but after 4 or 5 months, I think it's going to be noticeable. And it's really exciting to me to think that during this time, I'm still able to evolve and come back into the world more fully myself than I was before we began this time. You know, this is my unique perspective, I think, as a trans person who's transitioning, but you don't need to be trans to go through a metamorphosis right now. You have the power to cognitively reframe this time period as a time for introspection and reflection, to think about who you really want to be and what steps you can take to become that person, what you want your life to look like, what kind of career you want to have, who you want to interact with on a daily basis, what brings you joy, to develop your intuition and your compassion, learn how to take care of yourself and listen to what you need in a moment-to-moment way, to really reflect on that and be able to step back into the world ready to take action. You know, I'm struggling on a day-to-day basis too to continually reframe this time period, which is a huge challenge, as something that can be positive. And I think I have that power, and I think that we all do. These are some of the lessons that I'm learning right now while I'm cocooning. Maybe these lessons are helpful for you too. So I'll be here cocooning. That's all I wanted to talk about today, just a little reflection. Hope you enjoyed listening to this alternate perspective, and thank you for watching. If you did enjoy my video, feel free to like and subscribe. Here, I'll point to the button because I'm a real YouTuber. And you can watch this other video that I'll put right here. Hope you have a great day. See you next time.